welcome to another All Hands on Deck. I am Katherine McBean, coming to you live from my bedroom. Wanted to talk to you today, again, it's about the movement. Obviously, we're seeing quite a bit of division that's come along, predominantly triggered by the Israel-Palestinian situation. And like I said before, I knew this would always be a very important and divisive topic because there's some genuinely strong feelings on both sides. And it's been going on a heck of a long time now. So, but what I am seeing happen within the movement is a lot of paranoia. A lot of people out there are paranoid. Whilst I understand standing in your integrity and working as idealistically as you can, we still have to have a foot planted in reality. Now, what I mean by this is I've seen a lot of people, maybe they're attacking Andrew Bridgen because he didn't come out sooner, or he backed lockdowns, whatever the heck it was. I've seen a lot of people believing some key commentators in terms of various wars that are going on at the moment within the movement, which is interesting. And I'm also seeing people get caught up in the seriously strong conspiracy theories that are out there. And as such, believing certain a-holes without doing their due diligence. You can see it. You follow the thread. They're like, oh, thanks for this information. Oh, brilliant. Now I know. Oh, my gosh, I didn't know that person was bad. Thanks for telling me. Without doing any form of research or due diligence. And that is dangerous. That is dangerous. If people are just believing what they're told because somebody's got a big account without doing their own research and due diligence, we have a problem. And paranoia thus is setting in. Now, I've explained this before. We've got good, we've got evil, and a gazillion shades of grey in the middle. And I'm not saying one's right or wrong when they're in that grey area because they're at where they're at. However, you can't allow paranoia to attack what we are doing or what we have built so far. None of this is perfect. None of this is going to be perfect. None of it's going to be idealistic. And that is reality. That is reality. We've got to take the wins that we make or we receive, and we've got to move forward with what we've got put in front of us. So I could sit here and name you a bunch of people within the movement that I don't agree with 100%. Tons of them, in fact. But does that mean I'm going to attack them? Does that mean I'm going to go after them? No, I'm not, because fundamentally we want to move in the same sort of direction. And there are going to be differences of opinions and different ways of approaching things. And, you know, it's like Andrew Bridgen. I think he's doing a stand-up job. Do I agree with everything he does and says? No, I do not. I could pick a bunch of holes. But fundamentally, he's trying to do the right thing. It's not perfect. It's, in fact, all very imperfect. But we are at war. Do not forget that for a minute. We are at war. And there are going to be different opinions. But we have to come together. We have to unite. Take those small differences aside for a moment. We can deal with them later, and we will have to deal with them later. But right now, we're not in a position to be idealistic. Right now, we have to win this war. That is the bottom line. And you take the tools you've got, you take the weapons you have, and you use them to the best of your ability. That is the smart man's move. Got to be a little bit strategic here, people. We've got to be a bit tactical. We've got to think ahead. We've got to plan how we win this based on the situation we're currently in. There are rumours circulating, I may or may not know about, to do with Magna Carta being pulled out the bag now. We've reached that stage. That potentially is going to be a next move. I think it's a good move. I think it also, even if we're not successful, and I don't suggest that we're necessarily going to be successful in achieving the outcomes we want from it, in terms of King Charles doing what we want him to do, in terms of potentially dissolving Parliament. But what it will do by forcing this forward and actually doing it seriously is it's going to send one hell of a message to government. It's going to say, we wish to absolve you. We wish to remove you. We do not want you there. You have to go. We, the people, are saying right now, you are no longer welcome. Fuck off. That's exactly what we need to be sending a message to government on. So why don't we all focus on achieving what needs to be achieved, which is getting a kind of replacement government ready, getting the current government out and putting this country back together. We need to address so many issues. We need to get to the NHS, make sure they're rolling out the right protocols to deal with the vaccine injured. We need to be introducing new approaches to health that we know are going to make a difference and are totally ignored by the allopathic guys. We need to sort our economy out. My God, we're just giving money away. We need to sort our economy out, both at local levels and at national level. Bigly, guys, not messing here. We need to sort out our food production. If you're not watching it closely, keep a close eye on what's going on. It's not looking good. We need to get that sorted. We need to get our education system sorted. The amount of teachers I've spoken to recently, and they're fast asleep to the COVID crap, but they see the holes within the education system. They're tired. They're pissed off. Their voices are not being heard. A lot of them are like, I almost want to leave my job, but I don't want to leave the kids. I'm passionate about what I do, but it's really becoming increasingly difficult to do my job. Because they're being forced to do things they might not be comfortable with. They understand that one style of teaching does not suit all, that we are so focused on STEM and not looking at other topics out there. There is loads of nitty gritty we need to get down to. But my point being, none of it gets fixed until we remove the current government and we put people in there who are for and by the people. The people. We need people in there who understand what normal life looks like to the average person. I will put myself forward. I don't really want to. It's going to massively impact on my family and my time and my health probably. But if that's what I have to do, if, you know, you've got to take one for the team. Some of us are going to have to make sacrifices, and that's fine. This is an incredibly important moment in human history. And what I'm seeing happen is people are allowing division to come before what we all genuinely want to see happen, which is change. We want to get help to those that are injured. We want to stop the jabs. We want justice. We want justice and retribution done properly. And we want to get our country back on track. Get rid of the illegal immigrants. Get them out. Don't fanny about with it. Stick them on a fucking boat, send them back to France, or stick them on a plane and send them back to their country. I don't care. Get them gone. We're allowing the division on the streets to come between us when you can bet your bottom dollar, ultimately, bottom line, is most humans actually feel the same way. They want to live in peace. They want to live in a better world for them and their children. They want to create something for the future. We're allowing things like religion to come between us. Yes, people are passionate about their religion. I absolutely understand that. But that is not the end goal right now. The end goal is to get rid of those in power who do everything they can to destroy us. That's the end goal. That is the bottom line. So please take your paranoia and deal with it. And please do not allow this division to continue, or we're going to be screwed. You know, we do win this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am really positive. But do we really want to make an uphill struggle any bigger? Or do we want to just be able to do what we need to do? We need to come together. The time for unity is now. Put your paranoia aside. Do your own research, which I've said a gazillion times, and I continue to do so. Do not just listen to what someone's telling you. Not even me. Go and do it for yourself. You know, when I see these flipping people who just take on board what one big account tells them and then, well, that must be right because that account's told me. Come on. You know, we're in 2023 heading fast into 2024. You must know by now. You must know by now. You have to just reconcile everything for yourself. Listen to your gut. Take it away. Sit on it. Think on it. Don't just respond with, oh, I didn't know that person was a paedophile. Do your own research. And I would say, stop being antagonistic. People are looking for a fight. I understand that. I understand people are pissed off. I understand they've had enough. Don't turn on each other. Remember where your focus should be. Your focus should be on taking down those powerhouses that currently run this world undemocratically, unelected, unwanted by the majority of us for their own selfish needs. Remember who the true enemy is. So, guys, you know, if you're unsure, step back, take a moment, meditate, pray. Turn your screens off. Go away and think about things. If you're angered by somebody else within the movement, that's absolutely fine. You're well within your rights to be angered by somebody else. But don't go and suddenly knee-jerk reaction it all over social media. Go, stop, think about it, take it away. What message are you sending by attacking that person who, in their mind, is absolutely doing the right thing and trying to go in the right direction? We're all going to have a bit of a different approach. We're all going to have a little bit of different mindset. It'd be really dull as fuck if we were all the same. But embrace that difference. That's fine. We're going to learn from each other. Just because we've got, I mean, I learn all the time. I evolve constantly. You know, there's a few topics I've got a pretty set mindset on, but outside of that, no, I have to allow myself the chance to be wrong. I have to allow myself the chance to not have it quite right, or to try looking at it from a different angle. It's such an important part of the awakening. So guys, let's quit the paranoia. Let's quit the bitching. Let's quit the division. Let's focus on the true enemy and let's get the job done. We are at war, so pick up your weapons and use them. And by that, I mean get onto the phone to your MP. Get on the phone to your local council. Start sending letters to your local school if you've got issues. All of those things you can do. The pen is quite the weapon. So use it. Use it to your advantage. And remember, things are unraveling fast now. We have to stay stable. We have to stay balanced. We have to look introspectively. Really good time to step back is if you're feeling overwhelmed, because it is going to get overwhelming. Of course it is. We're at war and we're in the end game now. We are in the end game, truly, believe me. Relatively speaking, we're on the last hurdles. So deep breath. Remember, we're all in this together, genuinely. And there is going to be differences, and that's okay, because if we're all moving towards the end goal, that's what we need to focus on right now. We'll deal with the other shit later. So have a good week. Lots of love. This isn't like me bollocking people out, but I just need people to be mindful of this. And I hope this is a reminder to myself, as much as it is to anybody else, that we have to be realistic right now with what we've got in front of us and what we can use to our advantage. Make the most of it. Let's be smart. Have a good week. Lots of love. Speak soon.